Chapneet, you can start now.
All right. Thank you. So, hi everyone, a very warm good evening, and we are super glad that you all joined again today. Um, Hello,
Good evening, ma'am.
good
Hello, ma'am. Good
evening.
evening.
Hi, very warm good evening to all of you. How are you all doing? Let's start with quick relaxation 5 minutes. How are you all feeling?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Anybody? How are you doing? How is it?
Yes, ma'am. After doing the yesterday's homework, I felt very relaxed because
Great.
doing the scribble activity, my negative vibes color has been reduced, ma'am. My negative representation is brown, ma'am. Now it is reduced. When you told to do the thing step by step, it got reduced.
Wow.
Yes.
Great. So you actually did it at home.
Yes, ma'am. Also that guided imagery, also the life jacket, also I did, ma'am. Negative
Yeah.
focus, somewhat. Nice, ma'am. And
Great.
positive focus, somewhat the graph get.
Great. Great.
We train
Great.
our mind in a such a way that we get motivated by ourselves.
I
Good
can
person.
understand. I
Yes,
can understand. Thanks a lot for sharing it here. And it's great. So once you are actually into the process, you will see a lot of things going side by side, but actually more structured. So
yes,
once you know how to follow the pattern, you will see a lot of difference even in your own self.
yes, ma'am.
Right. So, do we have any new faces today? Hello. Thanks for sharing the inputs. Thank you. So, we have Miss Anita with us today. Hello. Hi. I want you all to turn on your cameras, please. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Cecily ji.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Surya ji. Everyone, can we have your cameras on, please? Hi, Manpreet. Your camera was on yesterday. Can we have it on, please, today? Let's just quickly join in and okay, so today we are going to do a lot of the things and what अच्छा होने वाला है आज का भी सेशन very engaging again as we are making sure that we are actually sharing a lot of practical exposure, so that also we are going to incorporate it in today's session, right? Hi, Srujana ji. Hello. So we also have Harsh here. Vinod ji is here today. Hi, everyone. Very warm good evening. I hope you all are doing well. So the chat box is open for all of you. I hope my audio, video, everything is clear enough, and we can start with the session. Shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, that is great. That is great. Okay, so I hope you all are sitting in your comfortable places, free spaces wherein you can explore today's activities, go through it again, and again make complete use of it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is great. So, a quick review of yesterday, what we did yesterday. I'm just going to give you guys a quick recap. So yesterday we were talking about art therapy. Everybody remembers about it, what all mediums we use. For example, we use doodling,
Yes.
scribbling, painting, art, finger painting, thumb painting, clay. So all these things are a part of art therapy, right? And we also did an activity called life jacket yesterday, which turned out to be quite, I would say, relaxing for some, and for some it was awakening of their original selves, and other things as well. Okay, so for today I have many things planned actually. So to begin with, let's just quickly close our eyes. Let's just quickly close our eyes, take a deep breath in and out. Let's keep our palms on our eyes. Let's keep our palms on our eyes. Close your eyes, keep your palms on your eyes. Take another deep breath. Breathe out and Just try and imagine any one color that is coming to your mind, and your palms are completely of that color. Just imagine any one color. That could be any color. And find any association with that color. Probably it can be associated with your daily activity, specific occasion or event that had happened today, anything. And now, once you've thought of that event, be it a positive event, be it a negative event, if it's a negative event, let's slowly try and imagine that event fading away from our life. And that color becomes lightened and it all fades away into a beautiful white, bright light. And for those, if it's a positive event, let's fill in a lot of energy and grace from that event. Let's see that color fading away, and you see a bright white light in front of your eyes. Once it's done, let's slowly remove our palms and try to open our eyes. Yes. Anybody who would like to start with which color came into their mind?
Yellow color.
No color? Any
Yellow
specific
color.
reason? Yellow color. Acha, yellow. Why was yellow the color?
Actually, it's my favorite color.
Oh, it's your favorite color. Okay. So, was there also an association with any event that you could imagine?
I imagine some festival in my home, and I enjoyed in that festival with yellow sari.
Yellow sari. Oh, that's great. Okay, that is great. So, towards the end, were you actually able to feel some sort of positive energy?
Yes, I feel positive energy. It's spread in all my environment. It's spread it, and I feel happiness in all over.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing the inputs. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Quickly.
Hmm. I felt a violet color.
Violet. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Because I used more violet in today's homework, ma'am. So I thought I'm near to truth. Truth. That's what
Okay.
the
So there's
event is.
there's art everywhere.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
And any particular event you imagine, and was that easily faded?
Yes, ma'am. I actually got time spent with um, my brother's son. It was amazing. So that incident thing came.
Great. Great. Great to hear that. Anybody else? Manpreet, I saw you speaking something.
Actually, ma'am, I have imagined black color because I
Mhm.
have a very specific reason because I think black color actually justifies me and my personality a lot. It justifies, like, black color is actually considered to be knowledgeable. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, it somehow justifies me, the person whoever I am today. And more
Okay.
than that, it actually empowered me. I had a very good relation with black color because today only I got a very good news because my name came there in the newspaper of our Kolkata region. So because I have launched one new app, it's a very good day for me. So yeah, I was wearing black today. It happened with me. My teachers actually approached me and I got to know a lot of things. I got a lot of appreciation. So yeah,
Great.
the black to the white transformation was really bright as it was sparkling of light and things. So it was a very good day for me.
Great. Great to hear that again. So, here you will see just a single black color. For me, black is like, it has two versions. So before my marriage, black was all my wardrobe. Everything I used to wear was black. Post my marriage, I'm not allowed to wear black for a year. So now I have a complete different perception towards black, you know. So similarly, people come, people go. Probably bad incidences come and go. Some replace with good ones, some replace with changes, right? So this is how we need to deal with life. Correct. Anybody who felt something negative and was able to fade it with the color presence? Anybody? Speak up. If that is the thing, you can turn on your audio and speak. Okay. So no negative events. That's great. Great to hear that. So this is something which is again a very positive thing. But if supposedly you get a client or a patient who is again, or probably just a child who's going through trauma every day, going to domestic violence, going through any other thing every day, that person is able to actually relate with any one color, and they will see the thing fading away, right? So this activity we do specifically for trauma, specifically for anxiety, any sort of a thing that needs immediate relaxation, right? So that can be done with color association, right? Thumbs up if we all are able to understand this.
Yes.
Great, great. All right, so I'm sharing my screen with all of you. One second. Is the screen visible, everyone? Just unmute and tell me. Screen is
Yes, ma'am.
visible.
Yes.
Okay. So, quick recap. Hello, creative heads. We are starting with today's workshop, and this was a very small introductory workshop. You all know me. For all those who are new, let me tell you that this workshop is organized by Indian Counselling Services, and it's a continued workshop. And I'm your facilitator, Japneet Kaur Anand, and a certified and licensed expressive arts therapist. And super glad that here we are meeting on this platform by Indian Counselling Services, and we are super happy to have you all here. Firstly, secondly, for any psychological courses, definitely this is the right pathway you all are connected to, and we are here to guide you with all the courses in the field of psychology, right? So this all we did yesterday. We discussed about expressive arts therapy, what is it, modalities, art as a modality. We also did this activity life jacket. We talked about movement yesterday, right? And then we also discussed about these things. Okay, so yesterday we talked about art therapy, correct? So towards the end we also discussed about movement
Movement.
therapy, movement, right? So at that point of time there were reviews coming in like it's yoga, it is probably relaxation, it has dance in it, whereas dance therapy is dance and movement. We call it DMT, dance slash movement therapy, right? DMT. So dance movement therapy is all about bodily movements, just about bodily movements. अब हम इन bodily movements को, since we have modalities, for example, like just modalities can be music, modalities in expressive arts, modalities can be art, modalities can be clay, can be sand, can be just for an example writing. So all these modalities can again be connected with any other modality to combine and see the result. For example, अभी हम एक activity करेंगे guided imagery plus movement. You'll get a better idea of it, right? But here to explain dance and movement therapy, this particularly helps in all sorts of mental disorders. So specifically, if I talk about for addiction, psychosomatic disorders, anxiety, depression, you will see other than relaxation, dance and movement therapy works beautifully. Basic चीजें, just with the help of clenching. Yesterday you saw how much you felt so much of relaxed, So much of relaxation was there. Yes, we can see Srujna ji doing mirroring. Correct. So that was also a part of it, right? So again, as I said, breaking patterns, one thing. Second thing, introduction of all body parts. Two. Thirdly, for any disorder, having any sort of a dance based activity is very important for you to know one thing, whether the person is genuinely interested in art or sorry, dance therapy or no. Some of us are not at all open to it. You know, if you tell me, yeah, if I tell somebody who is not at all coming from a movement background और जो कभी भी उठ के सुबह मॉर्निंग वॉक पे भी नहीं गए हैं, I can't expect that person to come in a session and dance with me or probably do movements with me. That is not possible. So expressive arts is one therapy that takes a little time in knowing the person. बट जैसे ही आपको उस पर्सन की एक मोडालिटी भी पता चल जाती है ना, द पर्सन इज कंफर्टेबल इन, you will see that you will get to know that person on a very deeper level, right, which we can't usually understand just with the help of talk therapy, right? So here, as you all can see, dance movement therapy or DMT is the psychotherapeutic use of movement to promote emotional, social, cognitive and physical integration. DMT can help people with physical health by increasing strength, improving flexibility, decreasing muscle tension, and boosting coordination. It can also offer important mental health benefits, including stress reduction and even symptom relief from conditions such as anxiety, depression. So, this is on a I would say, basic level, which I have mentioned here because we are not going into deeper theoretical knowledge currently for this particular workshop, as I mentioned. So here, when we are talking about dance movement therapy, कैसे काम करती है ये? किसी ने अटेंड किया है? कोई ड्रम सर्कल किसी ने अटेंड किया हो या कोई डांस क्लास किसी ने अटेंड किया हो? हाउ इज अ डांस क्लास डिफरेंट देन अ डांस थेरेपी? So for some people, dance is a therapy. But for those जिन्होंने कभी डांस ही नहीं किया है, how can you convert movement into a therapy? Anybody? Any idea? I'm just asking for your casual inputs. Anybody?
Gestures,
Yeah, tell me.
gestures,
Come again.
gestures, non-verbal language.
One
The movement
second. Yeah, please tell me.
gestures,
Gestures. Yes, yes, that's definitely there. Gestures, metaphors, all these things are there. Props, everything is going to be there. So when we're talking about movement therapy, one, you get to know gestures. Two, you get to know a person's
facial expressions,
yes, absolutely, expressions, emotions, their
emotion.
physical state. You will get to know a lot about a person. So once we are in a movement session, how does movement help? One, it helps you to open up. Two, it helps you to build beautiful rapport. Three, in some cases, I personally have seen specifically with ADHD and addiction, I have seen beautiful feedbacks in dance therapy because one thing that we get out of dance therapy is like a process in a way that a person who has done dance session before or who hasn't done dance session before will get to know themselves in a way with the help of bodily movements that they didn't know earlier. One thing is this. Second thing, जैसे जैसे आप movements कराओगे, start with basic things. जैसे कल हमने सिर्फ clenching करी थी fist की. I didn't make you clench your whole body parts because this is very new. Once you move to the process, then only you can meet the other person on a very deeper level. This is one thing. Okay, another very important thing about dance therapy is that only professionals should perform it, other than a very like I can probably tell you to do 5 rhythms. So I'm going to tell you about 5 rhythms now. So इसमें क्या होता है, हमारे पास बहुत सारी एक्टिविटीज होती हैं. हम लोग काम करते हैं बेसिकली आपके इनर वॉइसेस पे, सबकॉन्शियस पे, इन डांस मूवमेंट थेरेपी. सबकॉन्शियस पे हम कैसे काम करते हैं, जैसे हमने कल गाइडेड इमेजरी करी थी. आई एम रिलेटिंग इट सो दैट यू ऑल आर गेटिंग आइडिया ऑफ इट, राइट. हम कैसे काम करते हैं, जैसे हमने कल गाइडेड इमेजरी पे काम किया था. फॉर सम ऑफ यू इट वाज वेरी नेगेटिव, You were not able to go into that forest. But at the end, once you reached that drink wala table, you were very happy, very content, and very successful. Right? So here it is all depending upon the therapist why and how you are taking your client or patient through that pathway and showing them the end. It's up to you. अब यहाँ पे मेन काम ही थेरेपिस्ट का आता है कि आप एंड क्या दिखाते हो, right? An end can always not be positive. One thing, somewhere or the other, if the person, if a person, बच्चा आ रहा है आपके पास therapy के लिए, knowing that his or her parents are getting divorced, you cannot guide a child saying that your parents are going to be together. No, that can't be done. So it depends upon the therapist at the end of the day, that how do you take the other person through the session and how do you help them with dance therapy. Okay, this is one thing. Now, as I was talking about 5 rhythms, अब होता क्या है, डांस थेरेपी यूजुअली किन केसेस में काम करती है मैं बता देती हूँ. इन ट्रॉमा, very beautifully, I'm going to tell you how. Past life regression, बहुत अच्छे से. ये अगर आप किसी हिप्नोथेरेपिस्ट को जानते हो, हिप्नोथेरेपिस्ट 5 रिदम्स हमेशा प्रैक्टिस कराते हैं. This is one part of it. None of it, I'm just sharing a viewpoint here, an input here, but nothing about this workshop. So, और कैसे काम करता है डांस मूवमेंट थेरेपी, किन किन केसेस में काम करता है, साइकोसोमैटिक डिसऑर्डर्स करता ही करता है. आपको कहीं पे बॉडी पेन नहीं हो रहा है बट तो भी मेंटली आप वहीं पे स्टक हो, you stuck there. तो उस पेन को रिलीज करने के लिए what do you do? JPMR, one activity that we did yesterday. Okay, what else can we do? I'll share one activity here. So I'm just sharing it. If you all want, you can do it with me. So since we're not having that activity planned, but I'm just sharing it with you here. So for example, props हम कैसे कैसे use कर सकते हैं in dance therapy? I personally use balloons. I use ribbons. Those are the things that we can use. I use tennis balls. Smiley balls aate hain, that also we
Yes, ma'am.
use. So I personally have a case history. I will not discuss the whole history here, but just one thing. A person came to me, psychosomatic symptoms and everything, which was very नॉट ऑब्वियस, बट कुछ फिजिकल नहीं आ रहा, कुछ रिपोर्ट्स में नहीं आ रहा, कुछ भी नहीं, जैसे साइकोसोमैटिक होते हैं राइट डिसऑर्डर्स. बट द पर्सन इज सो एंशियस कि मेरे को हमेशा हेडेक है. देयर इज नो माइग्रेन, देयर इज नो हेडेक, देयर इज नथिंग, बट वो हमेशा कॉन्शियस है कि कुछ हो रहा है, कुछ चल रहा है विच इज नॉट राइट. राइट, सो हाउ आई हेल्प्ड heal him or her just with the help of a ribbon. So we did a movement activity, which is called, it's a part of mirroring only, but we usually call it as mirror ourselves. So what we do is we stand in front of a mirror. With that ribbon, I just told him to wrap that ribbon somehow. Just imagine wrapping it somehow that the ribbon, once you take that ribbon off your head, that goes off. That pain goes off.
Okay.
So it is all about
Okay.
imagination. It is all about the person actually doing it without doing anything. So I'm just doing this. If I'm feeling heavy, I'll just do it. It'll not happen once. It'll not happen twice. It'll happen the 10th day probably. It'll happen the 5th day probably. But it'll happen. Right? And that ribbon vanishes, all the pain off. Someday. Some percent of it will go. Right, so a part of it. Again, another example, I was working with a group of trauma women. It was a huge group. There's an activity called ja.
What?
कभी भी अपने साथ भी practice करना. It's a very beautiful activity in a closed room when you're alone. Just close all lights, meditate, take deep breaths, and on the count of 5 or on the count of 10, start saying ja. So the volume of ja should primarily be very soft, very soothing, but towards the end, you should actually shout by saying ja and take out all the negativity out of your body. Right. So these are a few group activities that I've introduced here. You can also do it individually on yourself and with your, again, in your therapeutic setup. This is absolutely right. Right. So these were a few examples. Now let's do an activity. बहुत सारी बातें हमने कर लिया already. So let's do a quick activity. So this activity is called Paint Me Colorful. So what we are going to do in this particular activity is going to be huge. It is going to be connected, for which, again, one thing, it is a guided imagery. Second thing, I need your cameras to be turned on, everyone. आइज क्लोज हैं, मैं भी अपना कैमरा ऑफ कर दूंगी, देयर इज नोबडी जजिंग यू. आइज क्लोज, कैमरास टर्न्ड ऑन, म्यूट योरसेल्व्स, and I need you to move today with your guided imagery. I need you to move. So if, for example, I'm just giving you a brief, so अगर मैं आपको कुछ भी ऐसा बोलती हूँ, so I need you all to actually do it with me in the guided imagery. So if I tell you that probably, okay, I can see some of you moving. 1 second.
Yes.
Yes. So if I probably tell you in your guided imagery to paint your face, I want you guys to do it with me. Paint your face, cheeks. I want you to do it. So, in the process of today's guided imagery, I want you to move along with the pathway that we will be following. Correct? Can we do that?
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Can we do that to see the results? Let's try movement along with guided imagery today. Okay? Can we do that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll just turn off my camera. Everyone, keep your eyes closed. Let's close our eyes. Take a good deep breath in. If you want at any point of time, you can stand up and do the activity. It's absolutely right. Okay, let's close our eyes. Take a deep breath in and out. Take another deep breath and out. Imagine yourself walking on a hill and trying to reach its peak. It's a very beautiful path. All greenery around. And you walk up that hill and see a huge cardboard box. It's a huge cardboard box which has a lot of paints, brushes, a lot of sponges. You also have clay. Everything colorful is there in that box. Okay. Now you open that box and you're shocked. While opening that box, my hands went up and I picked out my favorite color. While getting my favorite paints out, I realized there's not only one color which is my favorite, but there are quite a few. So I took all those paints out, opened the little bottles, and I am using my hands as brushes. I take my favorite paint and start painting my forehead. While painting my forehead, I then come down to my eyes. Feels good. I slowly start painting whole of my face. I'm using my hands as paints and as a paintbrush, painting my whole face, coming down to my neck. In between, I'm also using different colors, painting my arms, all with different colors. So there are multiple colors involved. Painting my shoulders, back, stomach, legs, all with different colors. I see a different side of me. And now, take a moment and try to grasp a lot of energy and try to empower yourself as the real beings you are at the moment. Let's try and relate ourselves to the personalities we ever imagined us to be. So, if there is pain in any particular body part, any negative incident stuck in our heart, any heaviness in your gut, anything, gather it all together and now just aside your right foot, you see a pipe, water pipe with gushing water coming out of it. You pick that pipe and start pouring water all over yourself by rubbing each and every body part of yours, starting with your forehead and releasing all the paint. And as the paint is releasing and leaving your body, you feel each drop of it leaving your body and releasing all pain, negativity, anything which is stuck in your body. You feel it tipping off your body. Once you are done, you look down to the color that has turned out of all the colors you used to paint your body. You laugh at the color, rub your palms, put them on your eyes, try to open your eyes. Okay. Were you all able to do this? Was it tough? Was it easy? Different than yesterday? How was this? Anybody? Suryaji, can we have your input here?
Yeah, I will tell you. Uh,
Yeah, today I can connect little better than yesterday.
I know.
Yesterday I was in completely neutral state, either not positive nor negative. My mind is completely neutral yesterday.
Okay.
Today I keep on suggesting my inner mind that I have to come out, I have to participate, I have to imagine how the class is going on. So my mind accepted that, and today I could mentally also participate the painting related therapy what we discussed now. So the first color it started with my forehead is like the red color, then coming down it changed the color, coming down again another color changed. The whole body I could see all the colors for different parts. Finally taking the water tap and washing away is like heart has become little lighter than yesterday.
Okay.
So that little sense I can feel today. Yes,
Hmm. And what was the color when you saw down towards the end?
black,
What was the color?
black,
Black. Black.
black.
So how will you signify that black color now?
Maybe whatever the trauma or the disturbances that is occupied in my mind, that
Hmm.
is that started going away.
Hmm. Okay, that is great. So we have gotten something out of this activity for sure. For Suryaji, it's for sure. Thanks for
Yes.
sharing the inputs. Thank you. Anybody else who would like to share? So I was actually able to see all of you. So I could see that we are actually doing it. So one part I felt really good today was I was able to see you all practicing movements. Though it's on a very initial phase. We have just met. It's the second day, and just in 2 days, if you are able to, just have this much of a great shift towards art and dance therapy and to actually see the difference in your own self, definitely it's going to help others out in the world, right? So anybody
Yes,
who
ma'am.
wants to share? Yes, go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am. I chose blue and green color for my forehead, and at the thorax I chose red and yellow, ma'am. But
Mhm.
when it descended and mixed with water, it matched with a dark green grass, ma'am. What I felt and what I infer was, even though good things happen in life, it also has to be limited. We cannot bear the maximum capacity of anything, whether it's good or bad. We have to go on and move on, that kind of stuff. We cannot stick, it is good, we cannot hold it, and that also gives us stress.
Correct. I can completely agree with you here. So, and one thing I really want to appreciate you on is that I was actually able to see you go through the process, right? So,
Yes.
this was something which was very beautiful. And just give me a moment. One second. Yeah. So, for you, sir, Saktivel, sir, I was
Yes.
actually able to see him paint, like from his forehead to picking up that pipe and having that gushing water with expressions. That was
Yes.
something very beautiful. And thank you again for being with us and practicing it side by side, right? It's
Yes.
great to have you here, and your insights are definitely very valuable. Thank you. Others, can we have your reviews? Anybody, anything that you felt about this particular activity? So
Uh,
anyone who, yeah.
Actually,
Mhm. Go ahead.
basically, what happened is that in this generation, I would say, people are, bullied just and body shamed due to a lot of reasons. Like, we have beauty standards everywhere. So, me being Manpreet Kaur, okay. is very chubby by nature, very bubbly. So when I was in my school days, in my initial days during my school, I got bullied a lot because I wasn't, justified to that ideal types and everything. So I guess some or the other, how, till today's date, it's still, still feels the same somehow. Like I still feel, somewhere or other how, being very disturbed, or I don't know what that person will think if I wear this, or what if someone can see me in this side. Right? I'm not confident enough, but I took the paints, I took my favorite colors, I put them all over my body. I was enjoying my, that childish nature. It felt like this is the first time when no one is saying that, Manpreet, you need to act mature. You can be whoever you are. You can play with colors. I did it. And the washing off wala period, I felt like, yes, the whole eyes that got stuck in my body and saying that, you have this bad, you have this bad, it all washed away. And I saw a brown color at last with those eyes actually, washing away with them. So
Lord.
that was something very beautiful for me. Like, yes, I guess from today onwards, I won't give a damn on the people who will say you are thick or you're chubby. You shouldn't wear that. I'll be like, you know what? Say whatever feel like, do whatever you feel like. But this is me, my body, my mental core, and I'll be whoever I am. So yeah.
Oh, wow. Round of applause. So you know that all eyes that you could watch leaving your this thing, your body and all those things. Now that is something that we're looking at. This should be the aspect of movement and guided imagery specifically, because until unless you are not giving such I would say metaphors or movement words, the other person doesn't move. जब तक मैंने नहीं बोला open the paint bottle, a lot of you were lost. As soon as I said open the paint bottle, put your fingers and start taking again that paint all over your body, तब तक वो movement चला नहीं. So in guided imageries, always remember if you are a facilitator, it's very important for you to give metaphors, right? So giving metaphors is again very important, right? So that is again a part of it. Anybody who wants to say anything? Srujna ji, Anita ji, anybody? Who
No,
else? Yeah, so we have everyone here. Anybody who wants to say anything, or shall we move forward?
Then move forward.
Move forward. Okay. Is anybody saying something? No.
yes.
Okay. Voice is breaking a little. Can we have a little clarity on that? Who is speaking?
Hello.
Yes, yes, we are
I'm
able to hear you. Yes, yes. Please go ahead. Ma'am, there are network
Is it like that?
constraints. Ma'am, there are network constraints. Can you type it in the comment section? We're not able to hear you. Can you type it for us in the comment section?
Okay, okay.
Would be great. Thank you. Thank you. Miss Anita, for the recorded class video, we can connect on WhatsApp. I'll be sending you all the details towards the end of this particular workshop, which is our helpline number and everything. I'm going to help you with that towards the end of this session. So we have a proper criteria for PPT and certifications, those who all need from Indian Counseling Services, because we have a great recognition worldwide. So for this particular thing, we are going to connect towards the end of this workshop. Okay. So
I have one doubt.
yeah,
Ma'am,
please
I have.
go ahead. Yeah, please.
Actually, if the client is related, I mean, if he or she has some any social related phobias or problems, uh, this kind of imaginary, this coloring imaginary, guided imagery can helpful for those candidates.
Yes, definitely yes. So directly अगर हम ये बोलेंगे
Like,
क्या
lot of anger, lot of aggression, aggressive people, anger, and it's a kind of what do you call in English that it's a चिट चिट चिट
personality.
वो ऐसे
At
ऐसा करते हैं ना, उसको क्या बोलते हैं इंग्लिश में? That word I
attitude.
no.
You can tell
That,
us in Hindi, it's okay.
no, it's a kind of irritation type. It's not an complete
I
irritation. It's a kind of irritation. These kind of people can get rid from
100%.
from those problems by using this imaginary guided imagery.
100%. 100%. 100% yes. Definitely. So it
But
depends
how?
what kind of a guided imagery you are
But
poking.
we have to give some different kind of instructions.
Yes, yes,
We
yes.
have to frame.
Yes, yes. That you can frame once you know the process, once you are an expressive art therapist, right? Abhi to you are just exploring things.
Yes, right.
We don't know metaphors. We
Yeah,
are
right.
just into the
Exactly.
process of going through it, right? So
Yes, right.
for that, yes, definitely we are going to help you. Kabhi bhi, if you want assistance or probably anytime further for any course or something that we're going to bring up with in regard to expressive arts, we will definitely inform you. But there's a process to be followed if you are forming a guided imagery, though there are a few available on Google in
Yes,
specific
right.
regard, for example, about anger or on social, as you said, social behaviors. If you want something of that sort, Google might be of help. But if not, try and first imagine it on yourself. If you feel that it is helping you, a story is helping you, then probably you might use it on your patient,
This
right?
one, phobias, we are using imaginary, guided imaginary
Hmm.
sometimes.
Correct.
But this kind of coloring imaginary, this guided imaginary in coloring posters, is it can be beneficial for them? And if it is beneficial, how it can be?
Come again, I
How?
didn't understand. So are you talking about combination of both
Yes, combination of both.
art and dance?
Yes,
It is beneficial, why not? So if I tell you, if a person, I'm just giving you an example here, you can be more specific with your question. I'm just providing you with an example here. So if I tell you, if a person is going through body shaming,
yeah.
a girl is going through body shaming, or probably a boy is going through body shaming बहुत ज़्यादा. On three chart papers, if I tell that person to lie down, to just lie down, don't move, in a very comfortable position. And if I make an outline of that person on that chart paper and I ask that person to get up, and now on each and every part, write what you don't like or
Okay.
draw what makes you feel uncomfortable, right?
We
Just,
have to ask different parts.
yes, went out.
So
So what
uh,
we are doing in this particular activity is that
break
once I
down break down each and every part, and we have to
no,
ask,
no.
or we have
So
to.
we're joining three chart papers together. It's a huge long sheet now.
Okay.
We put that sheet on the floor and we ask that person to lie down on that sheet. I,
Okay.
being the facilitator, I just outline that body, complete body, arms, legs, everything. So we have an outline of the body on that sheet. Now, what I am telling them to do is pick colors, pick clay, pick stones, pick anything that you want, and just vent out on the sheet of paper.
Hmm.
Correct? What you don't like about body shaming, which part of it is hurting you, or
Okay.
probably that is hurting you, which part is paining in your body. Probably that could be their heart, that could be there in their gut, that could be there
Yes.
in their mind. Let that, vent out, let them vent out on that sheet, on that chart paper. Once they do that, Just have that chart paper hanging in front of them on a wall, and now tell them to reflect.
Okay, okay, it will be
Right? So this is just one part of it.
okay, okay.
Just one part of it. So this can be a very initial move. यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, हम मूवमेंट भी इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं, हम आर्ट भी इन्वॉल्व कर रहे हैं.
दोनों हैं. Yeah.
करेक्ट, हम दोनों कर रहे हैं. अभी मैंने बताया था स्टार्टिंग में, हम बहुत सारी मोडालिटीज मिक्स कर सकते हैं. अभी हम बात करेंगे आगे. इन अनदर 5 minutes वी गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट इट. राइट. सो या, okay, anybody who wants to share their guided imagery experience, comment section is open. We can definitely have it there. Ma'am, I thought guided imagery means just imagining what is being told, but when I listen to others, I understand that we need to do it in action. Am I correct? So, yesterday we did only listening. Usse bhi a lot of people felt ease. Today we did it while moving. So, both of these are correct. Depends upon the person whom you are applying these techniques. Both of them are correct. Turn off all the lights in a room. Start with a guided imagery. Ask them to move. At times, you will also see so much of anger. A person also starts punching, haywire, goes haywire, starts running. Right? The action becomes so strong that you're actually there in front of them, and you'll see all anger venting out in front of you. I've seen it, but that only depends upon the intensity of a particular workshop. Now here we are only talking about a very initial stage, as I said. So we are not taking things on a very deeper level here. Correct. So yes, definitely, if you go deep, if you go to intense dance sessions, you will see people venting out, like, in a way that once they step out of that room, a totally different personality is there. Right. So this is how influential and this is how beautiful a movement session is. Correct. So that is definitely there. So as I said, for trauma, for anger issues, this is the best. Anger, trauma, depression, or addiction, for these personality, for these disorders, dance, movement, writing therapy, storytelling therapy, these work beautifully. Okay, so yes, so let's move on to the next part of today's workshop. We are going to do a little activity here. I need you all to just grab a sheet of paper very quickly. This is not going to take more than 5 minutes. I don't want you guys to take more than 5 minutes, because we all know about this, and this is going to be interesting. Just grab a sheet of paper once you're ready with a paper, pen, crayon, sketch pens, everything. Just give me a very quick thumbs up. Hi everyone, I can see a lot of you joining late. Hello, those who all have joined now. Good evening. Okay, ready with your material? Are we ready? Okay, let's take 30 seconds. Draw a huge vessel on this sheet. Huge vessel. A vessel could be a kadhai, it could be a boiling pan, probably a frying pan, could be anything. Any vessel. Could also be a matka. Done? Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's close our eyes for a minute, or probably just 30 seconds. And in this vessel, let's grab everything that gives us happiness. Everything. That could be a dairy milk chocolate, could be a 5 star, could
Ma'am, do
be
we need to draw it?
number. Yes, come again.
Ma'am, do we need to draw it by closing our eyes?
No, no, no. You just have to imagine it right now. Could be sambar vada, could be rainy season, could be just green color, could be Photographs could be a long drive. It could also be red rose. It can be collection of bags. Anything that gives you happiness. Just anything. If you are done, open your eyes. Okay, so some of us are already smiling in our imagination, thinking about those positive things, no? That's good. So that is how it should be. Okay. If we are ready with our happy moments, happy things, we can open our eyes. And if some of us are still thinking, please proceed with that. You can continue thinking. For others who have thought of it, I want you to pin it on this sheet of paper. We are not writing, we are drawing. We are not writing. Use symbols, use letters, use numbers, use just colors, anything, but draw it. So I don't want mastery in drawing, but I want you to just make it however you want on this sheet of paper. And towards the end, we are going to fold this sheet and keep it in a safe place. That safe place could be your bag, everyday bag, study table, kitchen, anywhere. I can see cameras turning off. We are a lot of people here. Dr. Aditi, Deepshika, Tanya, Mr. Vinod. Can we have your cameras on, please? Is that possible? Tanya, hi Deepshika. We also have Miss Poonam here. Miss Prerna is also here. Hi. Try and turn on your cameras, please. Are we good with another 2 minutes for this activity? Are we all done? At least 5 things done? Oh no. Take your time. Are we all able to do it? Is anyone done? It's okay, Dr. Aditi, Tanya, it's all right. Thanks for informing us here. Thank you. Others, 5 things pinned down.
More than
Mr.
5 things.
Satyawel, are we done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Srujana ji is also done. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Done.
How is the process?
It's
Just the
very
process.
interesting. It's very interesting.
Okay.
Remembering all the uh, happiest moments are very making us a little bit more smiley on our face.
It does. It does. It fills us with positivity. No?
Filled with complete positivity, and at that moment we completely forgot all the things which we are not at all interested. So that helps us more, I think so.
Correct. Absolutely. Thank you. Yes, sir. You were saying something?
Yes, ma'am. It felt like a joke, ma'am, for me because you just told us to draw a vessel, but I draw fire under it, ma'am. So I cannot place many things in it. My
Can you
favorite things
show
I
that to
played.
us, please? It's okay. So it's
Yes, but
again innovation in an artwork.
yes, ma'am.
So actually we
Just I
can do,
drew.
first we draw small things, later I also changed it into a big vessel.
Oh, acha. So you guys made a shorter one or a smaller one.
Yeah,
Oh,
first we draw it like, just imagine, and you asked us to draw anything like, so we imagined something and we draw it into the small things, a small proportion. After that, we make it in bigger.
all right. No, that's great. So even if you have made a smaller vessel, it's absolutely all right. What we can do now is that towards the end of this workshop, probably tomorrow, whenever you get time, try doing it in a huge vessel. Now that we know the motive, we all are professionals here, it's all right. So now that we know the motive, try making a huge vessel,
No,
and then
like this one, this
oh,
is quite,
this small.
then, yes, then later we,
You mentioned make a huge vessel.
yes, we did
Okay.
it.
But it's all right. So at least you've tried to incorporate things. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Beautiful representation. Ma'am, thank you for sharing it here. Can you also pin things? Can you tell us a few things that you've mentioned?
What?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually with kids playing, with kids
Okay.
and chatting with the friends
Mm-hmm.
and playing in rain, volleyball.
Oh,
It's
wow.
very, very
That is great.
interesting and excited
Mm-hmm.
things like, and book reading.
Okay.
It's kind of that thing, and water games,
Okay. That is
uh,
great.
and this kind of, I know in eating yeah, I like to eat more banana, so I draw
Okay.
it.
That is great. That is great. So
So that,
thanks for sharing it here.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So I know it will be different for all of us, but something or the other is attached to our hearts. At the end of the day, when we're making this huge vessel, we know that this is very much close to our hearts because this has everything we want. Correct. So why we do this activity? One, to make you feel connected with the things you have felt good about. Two, to make sure that there's still things that provide you with happiness. You will also get people who say कुछ है ही नहीं जो हम लिखें, कुछ ऐसा पॉजिटिव है ही नहीं. So on that journey of कुछ भी पॉजिटिव नहीं है, make them realize that there were also days when you had chai pakoda in the time of rainy season,
Yeah, it's
right?
Yes,
And that could be a fun. So it is all about making a person realize that still there are things that provide you with happiness and positivity. Correct. So, with this, I would like to mention one activity here that you should always do. और एक ऐसा रखो अपने पास box भी. I don't have the link, but I'll try if we can incorporate any of a small video later on. We will share it on our page, Indian Counseling Services, and later. So, this activity is called Emotional First Aid Kit. कहीं पे लिख लो emotional first aid kit. Like we have our first aid kit, which has a band-aid, uh,
Yes, yes.
warm band-aid, and then again medicine, thermometer, etc. So this emotional first aid kit or a box, I have it with me, and that helps me a lot whenever I feel low, whenever there are things when I feel that things are becoming impossible. That box has everything. I have a little water bottle, बिस्लेरी की आती है छोटी bottle. That
हाँ,
I have a very small doodle notebook in that. Correct. I have 2 to 3 chocolates always kept in that cardboard box. Always. That has a little family picture. Comforting things that provides you with a comfort mentally. That once I open this box, probably I might take 10 minutes. But once I close it, I know I'm going to be full of power and I'll be able to rejuvenate way quicker. Correct. It might also have a small radio or probably a pen drive having all of my favorite songs. Correct. Probably a collection of all my favorite movies, TV shows. Correct. Something that gives you comfort. So, this is a comforting box, emotional first aid. Correct. One should always have it. एक बार ऐसा कुछ try and do it for yourself, see how it happens, and then try and imply it on your patients as well. Correct. And people around you, definitely. So this is one thing. Now let us come to our presentation. I hope it is visible to all of you. Correct.
Yes, ma'am.
Visible hai na?
Full screen, yes, ma'am.
Full.
Somewhat small font. This thing.
Correct. It is visible, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Okay. So now we are going to see how does expressive art or art and dance therapy specifically work and with which disorders in specific, right? Aging related issues, anxiety, somatic concerns, cancer, stress. So, a lot of hospitals are using expressive art therapy as a modality to provide comfort and sideline disorders that patients go through. Trauma, एंजाइटी, डिप्रेशन, ये बेसिक सिम्टम्स हैं. एडिक्शन, अगर आपका मेडिकल केयर चल रहा है, आप इन सारी चीज़ों को आपको छोड़ना पड़ेगा. Correct. To remove all these things from your daily routine, you need something comforting. And with the help of art and dance therapy, we have seen hospitals getting a beautiful response in medical care. A few examples. Fortis has weekly expressive art sessions. Have you heard of it? Anybody? I'll tell you. इनके ओपीडीज में और इनके जितने भी रूम्स होते हैं, एडमिशन रूम्स जितने भी होते हैं, वीकली हर एक, आई डोंट नो अबाउट ऑल फोर्टिस, बट इट्स देयर इन दिल्ली शालीमार बाग फोर्टिस and Okhla as well. So what they do is that they do weekly sessions of expressive arts wherein जो patients आ सकते हैं, they attend at a on the same floor. They come into the lobby area, perform 10 to 15 minutes of activities, and go back to their rooms. To maintain good well being, to maintain good mental health, hospitals are engaging such activities. Correct. So this is definitely there. So okay, moving on. Then we have depression, eating disorders, emotional difficulties, family or relationship problems. Family or relationship problems may up supposedly, if you have couple counseling going on, you have relationship counseling going on, mother child, or probably I would say child, father and daughter, father or son have anger issues both at the same time. So how do you deal with that? So dance therapy is again a medium through which it can be counseled, and it can be healed. Right, so I'm just giving you examples here in order to how and where we use these two modalities. Medical conditions, as I've just mentioned, psychological symptoms associated to other medical issues. Abhi jaise maine bataya tha,
Ma'am,
if
voice is not clear.
yeah, come again, tell me. Somebody was saying something.
Voice is not clear, ma'am.
Voice is not clear. uh Anybody else is also facing voice constraint?
No,
No,
we are,
ma'am. No,
we are,
ma'am.
uh एक मिनट रुको. Is it better, Anita ji? Miss Anita, is it better?
Now it's better.
Perfect. ठीक है. So, as I just mentioned, cancer care mein, when a person is going through hardcore testing, chemotherapies are going on, side by side trauma arises, side by side stress arises, that probably there's emptiness going on inside, that I don't want to be a part of this testing anymore. So that continuity, to maintain that continuity, these therapies help a lot, right? Post traumatic stress disorder, definitely ट्रॉमा, पोस्ट ट्रॉमेटिक इंसिडेंसेस को रिलीज करने में ये बहुत अच्छे से काम आती है. स्ट्रेस, सब्सटेंस यूज डिसऑर्डर, इन सब में यू विल सी अ ग्रेट difference and influence with the help of expressive arts therapy, right? So expressive arts, abhi we have only discovered two modalities: art and dance, art and movement. Other modalities, if I talk about, we have play therapy, sand therapy, we have writing therapy, we have, I'm just giving you examples here, right? We have music therapy. So, n number of therapies come under expressive art therapy. We are only using these creative modalities for the process of treatment. We are not having any sort of testing, we are not having any sort of medication, and we see changes, we see people heal, right? So these are the things that are definitely, they need more awareness. That is why we're having such workshops, because we need more awareness, and that is how people are going to get to know about it. And again, usage increases, and I would also say that a person's credibility of knowing themselves better with the help of these modalities definitely increase. डीलिंग विद मेंटल डिसऑर्डर्स इज वन थिंग, वो तो डेफिनेटली हम कर ही रहे हैं. उसके अलावा हम 100 चीजें कर रहे हैं विच इज हेल्पिंग अस एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, राइट? सो आई होप द वर्कशॉप was helpful. One last thing that I need to cover before ending the workshop is, in different modalities we have different things to be covered. जैसे अभी मैंने movement में बताया था, we have balloons, ribbons, these are just prompts, right? Ribbons, balloons, balls, etc. We also have cotton balls, we have at times plaster sheets to make masks. So in cases of personality disorders or related to personality concerns, we do a lot of things related to masking, right? Making personality masks, relating it to your real self and real self. We call it real and real. So real is something that we show on the outside, real is something what we actually are inside. And at times, even if you make it for yourself, you'll see a huge difference, that yes, there is a difference. What we
yes,
show to people and what we actually are just two different things. It just could be, on a front side, on a real side, I'm more scared of dealing with things, and on the real side, I'm pretty much confident, right?
yes, right.
How is a
There are a lot
coconut?
of people.
From the
A
inside,
lot
a
of
person is very soft. Outside, the person is very cold.
yes,
Correct. Yes. So that is how the things are. We have n number of activities, as I said. So we will be in touch. Stay in touch with Indian Counseling Services, and for more such beautiful activities. And yeah. So modalities, as I said, could be n number of modalities: balloons, ribbons, water, drum circles. We have, flute sessions. We have clay sessions. Paint is definitely there. Art is definitely there. Many other modalities, right? So with this, I suppose we are clear with the concept of art and movement therapy in a more practical manner. and jitna theory required tha, we have done that theory as well. So I hope the workshop was beneficial for all of you, and we're moving towards the end of our workshop, and I need to pin down a few things. First, see the comment section. Here is the criteria, and I need you all to go through this, please. Do share the feedback. It is going to help us a lot in growing and in getting more such workshops. We need feedbacks definitely from each one of you. Isko copy paste kar lo in your WhatsApp. You can do it right now itself, because once we're going to end the meeting, I think it might vanish. So to avoid that, we did not do dance therapy. We did. Yesterday we did mirroring. Now dance is something that requires a lot of physicality. Here in an online setup, we did today also we did that painting wali exercise, right? Requires a lot of movement. But here, since we are just in the start of it, we are moving towards it slowly. We can't just directly jump into a hardcore dance and movement session, because if I take you to a dance and movement session directly, things are going to go haywire and we are going to be lost in the whole process, right? So it's important to take things slowly, and it's definitely important to know each and everything what we are doing, right? So to to getting to know a particular therapy, it's important for all of us to practice it first. So this workshop was all about practicing, all about a practical exposure. I hope you all liked it. Feedback ka link, please make sure that you take this feedback link and take this course link as well. So just pin this whole message. You just copy this whole message, paste it on your chat. If everyone has done that, give me a quick thumbs up.
Yes.
Are we all done with it?
Yes.
This also has our WhatsApp number. Are you all able to see that? WhatsApp number, two links. Certification criteria now. If you want to get a certificate, you need to WhatsApp us your screenshot of feedback. वैसे भी अगर सर्टिफिकेट नहीं भी चाहिए, आई नीड यू ऑल टू गिव अस अ फीडबैक ऑन गूगल रिगार्डिंग दिस वर्कशॉप, एंड लेट्स सी हाउ इट गोज. एंड फीडबैक का स्क्रीनशॉट भेजेंगे. For certificates, definitely it is a process that needs to be followed, and have our WhatsApp number pinned. I have already mentioned it. Save it. And for any courses, now let's come to a brief description and a very quick end. So we are catering to all sorts of psychological courses. We are registered under all major authorities globally. We are talking about all major registrations. That's all right, Manpreet. You can just copy it for now. Keep it with yourself. Once you, again, once I'm going to end the workshop, you will be able to access it. Okay. Otherwise, you can also ask for it on the WhatsApp number. Will that work?
Japanese, it is asking for photos and videos to upload. I mean, it is mandatory thing, it seems, while giving the feedback.
That's okay. It is just asking for the photos and videos of what you have actually done in the workshop. Any of the art forms or that sort. Just sharing your experience. That's all right. ठीक है. So that I need you all to do before sleeping today. One thing. Second thing, ICS Indian Counseling Services has great value, has great recognition worldwide. So this is one thing. Another very important thing that we do is that we are offering two sorts of courses: short term, long term, and also one on one counseling, right? So these three are the major three areas that we are working on. Long term diplomas are there, short term 1.5 month course and 3 months courses are available. And basically, thank you for registering. So basically here we are also providing you all with internships. One thing. Second thing, specialization courses, for example CBT, hypnotherapy, NLP. Specifications are also available with proper validation globally that we're going to provide you. Then diplomas are available in the field of clinical psychology, counseling psychology, and child psychology as well. Advanced diplomas are also further available with us. Short term courses may we also have courses based on psychotherapy, child psychology, advanced school counseling. So all these things are available with us, and we are definitely one of the most leading organizations currently in the field of psychological trainings. So I want you all to stay connected with us for any sort of courses that you wish to do, and one-on-one counseling definitely. And also for such upcoming workshops, stay connected and drop in your feedbacks definitely, and make sure that you connect with us. Stay connected on our WhatsApp number that is mentioned here, 9999 010 420. Thank you so much, everyone. It was really nice connecting with all of you.